6 Coronation Street spoilers subsequent week. Drugs horror for Summer Spellman and Nina Lucas. Gary's long past AWOL. Ronnie desires to be with Debbie and Kit receives affirmation approximately Brody. Coronation Street spoilers for Monday 23 June. Friday 27 June 2025. 1. Audie Allahan's celebration results in horror for Summer Spellman and Nina Lucas. At Bernie Winter's suggestion, Audie throws a midsummer celebration. Even as Carla Connor offers Betsy Swain the keys to the manufacturing unit and asks her to fasten up. But Betsy is distracted with the aid of using Brody Michaelis, Dylan Wilson and Lauren Bolton and forgets to fasten up as she joins the celebration. Brody suggests Dylan a bottle of LSD and plans to make a few money. Even as there may be romantic anxiety among Audie and Amy Barlow till a false impression leaves Audie hurt. Audie kicks Brody out after clocking the pills. However, the lad does not depart without a fight. Later, Audie divides the LSD into 3 cups. And even as Summer and Nina knock theirs lower back, Audie is distracted with the aid of using an incident upstairs. Returning, Audie realizes a person by accident took his part of the pills. And it appears the drama is simplest simply beginning. Summer and Nina, excessive on LSD, permit themselves into the darkened cafe. Hearing sirens, the terrified pair hold to every other. However, what has happened? The following day, Summer and Nina retrace their steps. Even as Bernie apologizes to Audie and Asha Allahan for Brody's behavior. As a person's situation deteriorates from by accident and unknowingly taking the pills. Kit tells Audie he wishes to take an assertion as there may be been a file of LSD on the celebration. Will Audie be honest? Nina and Summer talk the incident they witnessed the nighttime earlier than. And comply with hold quiet. But while Nina tells Roy Cropper that she took hallucinogenic pills on the celebration and well-known shows what she will be able to remember. Roy urges her to talk to the police. What does Nina know? And with Coronation Street promising a nightmare for Lauren, is she at once involved? 2. Where is Gary Windass as he is mysteriously missing? Worried Liam Connor confides in Mum Maria Connor that Gary isn't always answering his calls. And that he ought to have been lower back from his mum's with the aid of using now. Maria masks her situation in the front of Liam. However, it is clean she's taking the scenario seriously. Maria later eventually hears from Gary, who sends a message that he is staying with a mate and he's going to be domestic soon. But is there extra to this than meets the eye? Where is Gary? 3. Ronnie Bailey pleads for some other hazard amid Debbie Webster police drama. Debbie calls Kevin Webster and makes out she's staying at a spa motel to clean her head. But as she hangs up, we see that she's definitely calling from the police station. Abby Webster receives a name from Debbie, and shortly she collects her from the station. What has happened? The subsequent day, Ronnie speaks to Carl Webster, and then Ronnie visits Debbie with a bottle of champagne and asks if she'll have him lower back. Debbie refuses, admitting she loves Ronnie. However, she'd instead he observed happiness with a person else than turn out to be her carer. Can Ronnie alternate her mind? With the information of her dementia analysis now out, will Debbie eventually permit herself to be supported? 4. Steve McDonald is going public with new love Cassie Plummer. Steve offers Tracy the divorce papers to test over. And while he performs down his plans for his birthday, Tracy paperwork a plan. Cassie spoils Steve and, as she kisses him, he receives a message from Tracy trying to speak about the divorce with inside the Rovers. But Steve unearths he has been duped into birthday drinks. And while he leaves, Tracy follows him. It's now no longer lengthy earlier than she unearths Steve and Cassie together. Steve later kisses Cassie with inside the pub and claims they may be an object and he does not care who is aware of it. But how will Tracy react? 5. Kid Green confirms he is Brody Michaelis's father. Kid tells Bernie he has had the DNA effects lower back and that they verify he's truly Brody's dad. He additionally tells new lady friend Sarah Platt that Brody is his son. However, in which does Kid cross from here? Will Brody find out the truth? 6. Millie Silverton paperwork new plot towards Todd Grimshaw. James Bailey tells Todd he has set himself up as a non-public trainer. And Theo Silverton's jealousy offers his daughter Millie an idea. Millie tells Todd she's booked him a schooling consultation with James to mention sorry for her behavior. Will Todd recognize he is being set up? Todd spots Millie with a can of lager and berates her for ingesting even as pregnant. When Millie begs Todd now no longer to inform Theo, what's going to Todd do? Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more movie spoilers next week. Goodbye and see you again.